Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is of course a new week, and that means we've got a new update coming to Warzone here in the next few days. October 6th is our next official update day. For what it's worth, not going to be anything too major in terms of like a huge content update. Of course, we just had season 5 reloaded, and Raven did confirm that that was the final major update for all of Warzone 1's era basically, but we do have a couple of smaller updates left leading up to the launch of MW2, including this week, which will bring us some new playlists, a few surprises potentially as well. We also have some new things coming in terms of bug fixes and various things like that. So let's start first this week with the main portion of the update, which of course is our playlist update. So starting on Thursday, October 6th, we are going to see standard battle royale for Caldera. This means we've got solos, duos, and quads. Now you might be wondering, well, Zach, where are trios? Well, we have our own trios playlist for Caldera this week in the form of mini royale trios. I honestly couldn't tell you the last time we had mini royale on Caldera, if we ever actually have. So that's going to be returning this week. Pretty exciting for a new LTM there. Also, for what it's worth, it seems like LTMs, especially on Caldera, have pretty reduced skill-based matchmaking. The lobbies always seem way easier in LTMs, like Iron Trials is always very easy. Any of the different LTMs like that, Resurgence as well. So if you're looking to, maybe have a more casual experience, mini royale trios could be a very solid choice. On top of that, we also have the continuation of Plunder quads, that obviously taking place on Caldera. So if you're looking to, level up some weapons, test out some builds, whatever the case may be, Plunder is going to be available all week. Now, also keep in mind, with the start of season 5, we had like the daily rotations and then the weekend rotations. That is no longer a thing. It is just once weekly playlist updates happening on Thursday. So that means Fortune's Keep Resurgence going to be here all week. We got Resurgence, solos, duos, trios, and quads for that. So all party sizes, all squad sizes to play on Keep this week. And then finally, we also have Rebirth live all week starting on the 6th as well, with Resurgence, solos, and quads. Unfortunately, no duos, no trios for Rebirth Island. However, it is nice that we are going to continuously have Caldera, Fortune's Keep, and Rebirth all live at the same time. Nothing's getting taken out on any given day. It's going to be nice and consistent pretty much throughout the remainder of Season 5 Reloaded all the way until MW2. Now, something you might have missed in the initial Season 5 Reloaded patch notes, when Raven was talking about all the modes coming out, throughout the next couple of weeks that we'll be breaking down when the time comes, at the very end, they mentioned to keep our eyes out for a surprise or two in the coming weeks as well. Now, obviously, they don't give us an exact date, whether it could be this week, next week, the following week, just before the launch of the campaign early access. We're not too sure, but it does seem like we might have some playlist surprises coming up soon. What exactly might that be? Well, I have one decent guess, and that would be a Halloween LTM of some sort. Maybe Caldera After Dark, maybe Zombies Royale on Caldera, just because, obviously, we are officially in October now. Time is flying by, and we know this year we're not going to see a full-on Halloween event because MW2 is launching on the 28th. If they had a Halloween event, that's going to be completely overshadowed and almost become like a, afterthought, if you will, compared to the new game dropping. So they're just not doing a Halloween event for Caldera, which I won't lie, it's unfortunate. The Halloween events, in my opinion, have been like the best events we've ever seen in Warzone, especially the OG ones. So I would not be surprised at all if we saw some sort of Halloween LTM pop up here in the coming weeks. Of course, whenever that surprise update happens, you guys already know we're gonna be breaking it down here on the channel, because every single day I got you covered with news, with updates, with loadouts and tips. It's all right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. That way you can always guarantee you're up to date, and you can help us on that road towards 1 million subscribers. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, a like rating would be seriously appreciated. It does really help grow the channel and send out the video to new viewers. Anyways, yeah, we do have a new surprise or two apparently happening in the next few weeks. Also, just to preface, I wouldn't expect that to be like a Verdansk playlist or anything. I know I saw some comments about that in the videos or even over on Twitter. If you don't follow me over there, by the way, feel free to do so. But yeah, we have Caldera for the rest of this playlist update, so I doubt they'd end up adding in Verdansk. Plus, they've already said that it'd be like a 50 gigabit download or bigger to add Verdansk back in, and Raven confirmed that Season 5 Reloaded was the final major update of Warzone 1, so we can effectively toss that idea out the window. Now, jumping over to the Trello board, we haven't taken a look at this in quite some time. I won't lie though, there's also not that much going on here. Earlier on over the weekend, there was an issue going on with the free calling cards that Raven had talked about in the Season 5 Reloaded patch notes. They weren't being applied to players' accounts. They ended up fixing that, so now you should have all of those calling cards available for free. The only actual issue on the Trello board right now is the continuation of private matches not being available in games. So there's apparently some major issues with those and crashing or some other glitch, so they just completely removed them. They are still working on that, and hopefully they'll be back here in the relatively near future. Also worth noting that right now, all the way until Thursday when this new playlist update drops, we are currently in a double battle pass and double weapon XP event available on all platforms, all modes, in Vanguard and Warzone. So if you're trying to level up your new BP 50, great time to do so. Jump in, get that double XP, take advantage of that, or of course if you have any other weapons to level up as well. Also, speaking of weapons, I saw a lot of confusion when the initial update went live because, of course, with this mid-season update for the first time ever, we have not one, but two new guns coming. The BP-50, obviously already out. We've talked about that on the channel already. The Lienna 57 LMG, though, was also happening with Season 5 Reloaded, and it certainly seemed like it was going to be dropping just on the initial, update day based off of all the wording and all the previews for everything, but it turns out this is actually an in-season weapon. In Sledgehammer's patch notes, they go over the BP-50, talk about how it's out now, but then for the Lienna 57, they say this is an in-season new weapon, so it'll be dropping potentially later this week, next week, week after. Of course, whenever that happens, you guys already know I'm going to be on top of that, breaking down the setup and everything for that. But the website does actually show, the patch notes rather, shows that in order to unlock this, we're going to need 15 long-range kills. Pretty basic, pretty easy. There is also going to be a new bundle available for it as well if you want to buy it outright. Of course, you can't customize it in Warzone like that, but still, you'd be able to level it up while you're doing those long shots. Also, for what it's worth, though, right now in-game, you can find the Lienna 57 as ground loot and as chest loot and level it up a bit, so you can maybe get an early head start there. But yeah, that is not out yet, and it will be coming here in the near future. Overall, though, this week is looking relatively routine, maybe outside of the potential surprise updates that Raven mentioned there. For what it's worth, though, looking ahead, we're not all that far away from the launch of MW2 coming up here in just a few weeks' time. Campaign early access obviously going live on the 20th, so I wouldn't expect anything major. Obviously, and of course, Raven mentioned there's no more major content updates happening for Warzone. We could potentially see a few patch note updates here and there, maybe for some bug fixes, maybe for a little bit more weapon tuning. We're gonna have to wait and see, but outside of that, our updates should be relatively straightforward, hopefully here in the next few weeks leading up to the true quote-unquote end of Warzone. So ominous, right? But yeah, that being said, that's effectively going to wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like on it, would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, because every single day, this is the place to be to stay up to date with all things going on in Call of Duty. If you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for that spicy discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. Links for all those down in the description below. But again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.